Hi, my name is Agata. Welcome in Agata's Cottage. Today is the last video for Friday Sews for 2022. It's hard to believe it's already end of the year. We haven't recorded video last week. We were still recovering from being sick and actually we are still not 100% there yet, but we are on the mend and that's the most important. Friday Sews was organized by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. Under this hashtag, vloggers from around the world are chatting every Friday about their makes, about their sewing plans, and a bit about their week with the family or in their life. It's kind of like long distance afternoon tea with friends where you can chat and find out what's happening in their life. Thank you, Jen, for organizing this hashtag. I love watching Friday Sews videos. They are one of my favorites out of the whole week. I haven't done much sewing in last week. Actually, I haven't done any sewing in last week. I did change the threads on my overlocker and clean it, like deep clean, change the needles, deep clean my sewing machine and all my sewing space, although it's a bit messy again because I got into planning mode. But about that a little bit later. I have one make that I actually haven't shown you. Actually, sorry, I have two makes that I made just before Christmas. One is a beanie hat. You might remember that I mentioned that one of my friends is going through chemo, so I made her a beanie hat in the Christmassy fabric. I wasn't able to post it to her before Christmas because obviously we had as soon we tested negative, all of us, I washed it, so I'm hoping to post it tomorrow. I haven't made it to the post office yet. I still have a few parcels that needs to be sent, so hopefully I will be sending this to her tomorrow and that she will like it. I used the bamboo French terry from Ecobee. It's from pre-order from last year. It's unbelievably soft, it's super nice. And for the inside I used it's a thermal French, no, it's thermal jersey. I think it's interlock jersey. I had it in my stash for a while, I think good 2 or 3 years, and I just had a remnant of it, so I thought it will go nicely, but I think it turned out nice. I use pattern made by Mermaids. I think it's called Cuffed Beanie. It's one of the free sewing patterns they introduced recently and I really like it. I will leave the link down below. It was either made by Mermaids or Patterns for Pirates. I always mix those two up, sorry. And the second thing I made it's a bag for my tripod. So I have two tripods. Thank you to my husband for that. One is freestanding tripod that I use now, and the other one is for recording tutorials. So it's this gizmo that gets attached to the table and it's brilliant. However, the bag it arrived with was way too short for it, so it was always sticking out and it would get tangled with things and it was driving me insane. So I made this bag. I used my bag tutorial. The only change I did, I boxed the corners, so now I can fit both tripods in one bag and it's cheerful and colorful and not some plastic bag. And I use a hoodie, like a stopper, that's how it's called. So hoodie stopper, here you can see it, just so I can hold it together and I don't have to tie a knot every single time. The fabric I use is cotton canvas. I had it in my stash for a good few years. It's the remnant. I used the rest of it for making a table runner, spring table runner. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. So it was just good to use up a big piece of fabric. And in case I will have more accessories for recording my videos, I can always fit them in here. There's plenty space there. Have you got any sewing related gifts for Christmas? I did. I actually bought them myself and I packed them myself, but they were from Chris and Alice. We all were just so sick before Christmas. It was easier to do it this way. I didn't buy much because I don't need much. I'm kind of minimalist in relation to gadgets. Yeah, I got myself new set of friction pens. I love those. They are very handy. I keep forgetting about making notches or markings on the cutout pattern pieces. Like, you know, when you, most sewers so far I've seen, if they have a top and they have a pattern, they will attach pattern pieces to the fabric that's already cut out. I don't. I just put pattern pieces back to the envelope or back to the Polly Pocket and put them to the folder, because very often, if it's something that's tried and true, I will have 3, 4, 5 things cut out. So I'm not gonna trace or print pattern 4 or 5 times. So I usually try to do the markings on the fabric, and I did in the past use chalk, but it disappeared as soon as it started rubbing it off, like between the fabrics. If you take the fabrics out of the bag or something, so the friction pens are brilliant for that. And I got myself a scrapbook. Actually, I bought it a few months ago on a sale. I think it was in Tesco. It was something like €3. They usually have a sale of stationery stuff in mid-September, and I put it away. So it has 3 different sections, and I'm planning to use pages. They're quite nice. They are not too thick. They're just perfect weight. So I'm planning to use them to design my own items of clothing. I actually got into designing my items of clothing back in July and August, when I was stuck with my sprained ankle and I couldn't do any sewing, and I was bored out of my mind. And there is limited number of videos or movies you can watch, and with pain from the ankle, I wasn't taking many painkillers. I don't do well with painkillers. I wasn't I had a problem focusing on reading or on anything that required a bit more from my brain. So I was drawing. I will actually show you some of my drawings in another video when I will be talking about my sewing plans for 2023. So that were 2 sewing gifts that I got from Chris and Alice. And the third gift, I got very generous gift card from my sister-in-law, Marta. I got €50 voucher for Beyond the Pink Door. And turned out Andrea had a sale on 26th, and it was actually our 17th wedding anniversary. So I bought myself a few fabrics. They will arrive probably mid-January, because girls from Beyond the Pink Door are on kind of like annual leave, holiday break till 9th of. But these are not the only fabrics I bought. I know I said I'm not buying anymore, but I couldn't resist. So ladies from my local fabric shop, White, posted on their website, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday before Christmas, that their Christmas cottons are on half price. And I used up a lot of my Christmas fabrics, Christmas cottons this year, so I thought it would be good to stock up while they are on sale. So I messaged them and I asked them to leave for me meter or 2 meters of specific prints. So hopefully I will pick them up tomorrow. If not, it will be on Saturday. And I also bought some fabrics from Carlo Fabrics. I usually don't buy from them. There's no particular reason. It's just prices in Ecobee are a bit better, and but this time they had a sale, and they had few fabrics I couldn't get anywhere else. Like I haven't seen anywhere else. So they should arrive tomorrow, maybe on Saturday. Actually, today is Thursday when I'm recording it. So the fabrics I ordered are some flannels. Chris really wants a flannel shirt, like the shirts his mom used to buy him when he was a teenager, like a thick flannel shirts, and like a proper cotton flannel shirts. And we haven't seen those, and I haven't seen the flannel of the thickness he's talking about in years. And I even had my aunt, Chris's aunt, and my mom on the lookout in local shops in Poland. I checked various shops here. I even checked some shops in Netherlands and Germany, like online shops, and none of those flannels seems thick enough. However, the one from Carlo Fabric seems it might be proper weight. So I ordered 2 meters of two prints. So one will be for Chris for a shirt. Hopefully 2 meters will be enough. And one will be for shirt dress for Alice. If the other one that's for Chris won't be thick enough, I will just make something for myself. And I ordered a few other things like viscose linen. I never sewn with viscose linen, but it's in gorgeous like a sand color with little golden butterflies on it, and I want to sew more with wovens this year, and I thought it would be perfect for a blouse for me, for something a bit more dressy. And I got few little rosy cheeks packets of labels. I do have big bag, like a big box of labels. Actually, I can show you. As I said, big box. By the way, if you will ever see containers like that, they're brilliant for organizing your sewing supplies. I got set with, I think it's twice as big like that, two of those and two smallers in Aldi. It would be a year or 2 years ago, and they were like $8.99 for the whole set. While hobby organizer or sewing organizer, calling it like that would look almost identical, would be just pink or white, was $15.99, just one. So I can show you some of my labels that I have. Like I got them from various places. I have those, but Chris doesn't like them. I don't know if you can see, so I will move closer. So I have those because they're a bit I would say a bit sharp on the edges, but they are great on the outside of the item. I have few of the kind of like a leather ones. I have them from various places. Some I got as a gift. I love those cute ones with little teddy. I have some cotton labels, like just plain cotton, and I have the labels that I won in the competition, and they were made just for me. So I do have a lot, and like I have ones that have like little bags, and they are cute and everything, but they aren't really colorful and that pretty. So you know, I like pretty things like any other girl. So I thought that I would treat myself, especially that my birthday is coming in 2.5 weeks. So I thought that, you know, it will be part of my Christmas gift. Oh, sorry, not Christmas, birthday gift. And I also ordered some French terry from Carlo Fabric. It's for Alice, and I do have a lot of French terry, but it was pink and purple, and it had some random spots of animal print. And as soon as I saw it, it was screaming to me Alice. And I already have a project in my mind for it, actually 2 projects. So I'm planning to make her a jumper dress out of it. And with remnants, I will make plain color, either pink or purple jumper, just with like a patch here, stripe of the printed French terry on the sleeve and on the cuffs, and maybe for the pockets, but we will see. It's just stuck in my head. Can't wait to see when they will arrive. Fabric is not only thing I bought during a post-Christmas sale. I also bought few patterns. I was tempted by Petite Stitchery, and I got 3 patterns from them. I haven't sewn with their patterns before, so I'm excited to try. I got adult real raglan, sorry, I need to read from my notes, and I got kids real raglan. So basically they are the same, just kids and adult version. And I do like to do kind of matchy styles for Alice and me, or for Alice and Chris, depends if I can. It's just nice touch. And I got Kids Smiles jumpsuit. It's kind of like a onesie. I got, I think it was last year, woman's onesie pattern by Stitch Upon a Time, and I got adult version because kids version was, I think Alice was already on the maximum height, so but the adult version is for someone my height, so it's shortening everything. It's just a bit of hassle, so I thought, while it's on a sale and it has cute options, so you can actually make it wintry with like a elf print and elf collar and stuff like that. You can make it for a cat, or I think there is a dog or a bunny, so she's very excited about that. I have to promise we'll try to make one soon. I do have one onesie already cut out for her using self-drafted pattern, but I have a problem with zipper part of it, so it's not fully made yet. It will be one day. So I got those 3 patterns from Petite Stitchery. So the next patterns we got are from Little Lizard Kings. We got the amazing pillow cover with add-on. Alice saw the pattern and she was like, "Mommy, I need this in my life. I want to make it." And she doesn't get overly excited about patterns in general, more about fabrics. So when there's something she might want to make, I will buy pattern for it. And we got the Florence dress. It's a woven dress with a little keyhole. I will actually put the picture above with little bow on the top and the button at the backs. It looks nice, and I do have a fair bit of woven fabrics in my stash, so I thought it would be nice to have something to make for her for summer, and I don't think I have anything like it in my stash that would go up to age of 14. And we got the brie top and shorts. They both look relatively easy to make and very cute, so we thought that it might be a good idea to get her woven shorts and woven top patterns for summer, because she doesn't have any I normally sew with knits, so it would be nice change to try something in woven for her. And I got a good few patterns on Makerist. So they have a sale for $2 per pattern on some of the patterns. And those patterns might be hit and miss. I have few that I really like from them, few that they aren't the bestest. However, for $2, it's cost less than a cup of coffee. It's like half of the cup of coffee, or yeah, it's even half of the cup of tea if you want to buy takeaway tea. So I thought that I will give it a try, and I got few. They're mainly for me because I do have a tendency to buy patterns for Alice or patterns for Chris and not necessarily patterns for me. So I thought that this year I'm gonna work on shifting the focus of what I make more from making stuff for other people versus making stuff for me, because I do have tendency to make stuff for others, and things for me, they just go down the line, down the line, down the line. I will do with whatever I have, and then I get annoyed with myself for not doing something for myself. So I'm trying to work on this. So I will read. So I got a Selma shirt. So the designer is Dre Ems. I don't know if you know how Makerist work. It's kind of like it's like an Etsy just with patterns. At least that's how I see it. So basically there are a number of pattern designers that are selling their patterns through their website. I've seen Vicky Sews patterns. I've seen Wardrobe by Me. I think Wardrobe by Me. No, My Handmade Wardrobe. Actually, I bought one of their patterns. And there's a lot of various patterns designers selling their patterns on their website. So most those patterns are coming without a layering option, at least those ones that I've seen. So you need to print all patterns or sizes together and just stick them together. And most of them don't have a projector file, but I don't use projector because I usually need to blend anywhere 2 or 3 sizes together. So actually this works easier for me. So I got Lana Hoodie by Caroline Hoffman, and I will put all the pictures on the screen. I got Stella Puff Sleeve by Kate's Sewing Patterns. I really like that one. I got Dress Paul Deere, and I will probably butcher name of the designer, is Ball Couture. I got Button Up Skirt by My Handmade Wardrobe, and I'm really excited about that one. I got Spring Dress by Sue Love Patterns, and the last one, it's something I've been looking for, and I haven't seen anywhere in reasonable price and the size range. So it's a kind of like a cardigan jacket pattern. I actually had cardigan like that many years ago, and I bought it, I think it was in New Look. So it was knit, but it was stable knit. I think it was Ponte. It had princess seams and it had a nice collar, and I loved it. It was very smart, but so unbelievably comfortable. You could go on a business meeting and you could go on a hike in it, and you would be comfortable and feeling great everywhere. So when I saw this pattern, it just went straight to my cart. So it's a blazer winter rose, and I have no idea how to pronounce the designer name. It's Tosca Amini, and I have no. It's German surname, and I used to speak German when I was back in secondary school, not anymore. But it's just too too long and too hard. So sorry, that's all the things that I bought during my recent purchases during Boxing sale. So my sewing plans for next few days. I want to finish things that I haven't finished before Christmas or during December, and there is a good few of those, and that's main plans for next few days. Life-wise, what happened? Let me think. We have been sick for majority of December. Alice hasn't been in school since, let me think, the last day she was in school, that was 16th of December. So it would be almost a month without school, although she is catching up on things, not willingly, but if she wants to have screen time, she needs to do some schoolwork. That's how this mommy works. What else I'm planning? What else did we do? Oh, we had a nice Christmas. And my sister-in-law was staying with us since Christmas Eve, and she left on Tuesday. And yesterday we were just doing completely nothing. We just went for a walk and relaxed, and we watched Dr. Paul on Disney Plus. Alice wants to be a vet, so we do watch a lot of animal documentaries and stuff like that. And mainly that's it. We are not planning any big celebration for a New Year's Eve. For me, it's evening like any other. I don't drink alcohol in general, so I don't even have a glass of bubbly. I'm on a blood pressure medication, and it's just not a good combination together. And what else? I think that's all. Yeah, nothing major happens. You know, when you are sick, things tend to be cup of tea, couch, and bed, and that's it. We did eat a lot over Christmas, maybe not as much as usually because we didn't have major appetites, but that's okay. What else? I'm planning a pantry challenge for my cooking for January. I do it every January. It's brilliant, especially if you want to save up a bit of money after Christmas and clear the stuff. And actually, it gets your creative juices going, not only in the kitchen but in general, because when you go to the drive of being creative in other parts of your life, it actually sinks and kind of drips through other areas of your life. So what I noticed that when I have to be creative with making meals with what I have, there's a lot of ideas that come into my head about my sewing, about other crafting things. So if you haven't done it, I highly recommend, even for a week or two. It's great to, use up what you have and be creative with what you have. And the next thing that I'm going to do is actually record 2 more videos today. So one will be about my plans for 2023, my sewing plans, and one will be about my makes for 2022. And there was a lot of them. Okay. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy my video. Happy sewing. Don't forget to clean your machine and change your needles if you don't remember when you done it last time. Happy sewing. Bye.